Hey, I am guided right now to do a reading for the Scorpio new moon, which is happening today. These energies, and this is going to be a reading for every sign. We're just going to do 3 cards for every sign, see what's happening with each sign. And these energies are very strong, having to do with coming into your own power. There's also a lot around forgiveness of yourself, forgiveness of others, and releasing, with this new moon, releasing anything you need to release having to do with forgiveness in order to shift more into your own power. This is an extremely accelerated time of manifesting, so it's very, very important that you focus your energies, and we're going to get guidance specifically for each sign on what each sign needs to know in this new moon time. Okay, so starting with Aries. What does Aries need to know? Guidance is there. It's the Knight of Wands. It's about following your passion. It's about movement. It's about taking action. Okay, so you may have been feeling this soul guidance for a while. You may have been carrying this torch for a while. Now is the time to act. Now is the time to move forward. And this horse is kind of rearing up, not galloping yet. So it's this energy of, you know, getting ready to go, getting ready to move, feeling that spark. You're getting that go. I'm just getting like that gunshot out of the gates. Time to go, Aries, okay? Let's see what else. Yeah, success and growth, because you've been spending a lot of time and a lot of effort growing into moving in the direction of your heart, allowing yourself to follow your heart. You've been really expanding, growing, transforming from that. And it's been coming out in lots of different directions, lots of new growth happening here with all these little buds. But with this, it's really time to act in this direction. See all that forward movement? He's moving forward. You can see like the movement here in the swirls. It's like moving forward in that heart direction. It's time for you, Aries, to move in the direction of your soul. However you're guided, and if you're not sure what steps to take, then ask for that guidance and then follow that guidance. That's what's so important. Do it. Do it. I'm getting just do it for Aries, okay? And what does Aries need to release, surrender around this new moon, around this Scorpio new moon energy? What does Aries need to release, surrender? Surrender to setting limits, okay? This is about, this is about moving forward within this space of growth you've done, within this space of heart growth where you have learned what's right for you, what's not. You've been following your soul. There's no mental energy here whatsoever, Aries. It's all about your soul and your heart, okay? So the limits part is the only part where the mind is involved, because this is about reconditioning your mind to know, okay, those old patterns are not going to work for me. Those old things that I've been doing where I've been allowing things that I shouldn't have allowed, and I say shouldn't, but that's just that it wasn't in your highest good. It wasn't serving you. Of course, at the time, it was what you should do because it was on your path. So now because that's coming out, okay, so because that's coming out, you may be in a space, Aries, of going like, what should I do? Okay, it's time to release that concept and move more into what feels good, what feels right, what feels in harmony with your soul, what your soul is telling you, what your guidance is telling you. Get your mind out of it with what you should and shouldn't do. But do remember the importance of these limits when you're dealing with other people, okay? Because you've established new limits through this growth, and now with this action you're taking, moving forward in this moon cycle, it's really time for you to remember those limits and be like, I'm moving forward in this soul direction, but these things are not going to work for me. Only this is going to work for me. It's a very singular focus. So don't allow yourself to be distracted, okay, by the demands of others, by the, should and shouldn'ts of your mind. And surrender to setting those limits. Before, maybe you were afraid to move forward because you didn't know where the road was, I'm getting. So it's like you didn't know where the lines on the road were, but now there's clarity. And anytime there's not that clarity, just ask. Go within and ask. You're going to get the next step forward. Okay, and make sure that you're moving forward with those new things that are right for you in place, and don't waver on them. Don't let your mind trick you out of that. This is what you're listening to. Okay, Aries, thank you. That's beautiful. Okay, moving forward to Taurus in this Scorpio new moon energy. What does Taurus need to know? Thank you. Okay, for Taurus, this is a bit of a pause, but you're about to reap the harvest. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles, it's like there's so much that's been growing, that's been developing, and it's almost time for you to enjoy all that, but this may be a moment of pause while you gain even more clarity, even more strength, because right now, Taurus, you are having to rest and gather strength so that you can move forward and enjoy that harvest. Okay, for Taurus, thank you. Yeah, because when you move forward, Taurus, when you start to move again, you've been resting. You've been resting, and you've been sort of taking stock of what you have, what's there. When you move forward, it's going to be with a bang. Because you're moving forward, it's going to be a brilliant explosion, okay, in your soul direction. And a lot of things I'm getting for you, Taurus, are going to come together at once. So it's good that you've been resting, and you're going to enjoy all this abundance, like in one big explosion I'm getting, Taurus, okay? So it's going to all come together quickly. So that's been the reason for this pause. What does Taurus need to release? Surrender. For Taurus, it's surrendering to spirit. Look at this. It's all about surrendering to spirit. Okay, so you've been resting, you've been gathering your strength, you've been taking stock. When that epiphany moment happens, then you will know it. And it will probably be right around this Scorpio new moon. You'll feel that shift, because this is about coming into your power. You'll feel that power. And then it's time to surrender to spirit. Follow that light. Go without hesitation. Do not let your mind be involved in the equation. Nothing in this spread about your mind. Okay, this is all about moving forward, knowing what you have, knowing what's there for you, moving forward confidently, knowing that you're following spirit, you're following your divine purpose, your divine guidance. Beautiful. Thank you. That's for Taurus. Okay, for Gemini. For Gemini. What guidance is there for Gemini around the Scorpio new moon? Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Okay, Gemini, it's time for you to decide. The divine is saying, what is it that you want? You're going to manifest very quickly. What is it that you want to manifest? It's happening. What is it you want to co-create? Because it's happening. It's time to decide. It's time to decide based on what you want to feel. Make sure this is not a mental decision. This is what you want to feel. What do you want to experience? What do you want to see unfold in your life, and being in resonance with that? Okay, for Gemini. So this is a Hanged Man energy. You're seeing things from all perspectives, from all aspects. And, you know, these go together well, because as you think about, decide, not think about, but feel into what it is that you want to co-create with the divine. You are looking at things from all aspects, from all sides, and that's very important right now. To consider all the parts of you, all the newest parts of you, especially the parts that you've reconnected with. It's important to be very in touch with those as you make this decision. Okay, and then Gemini, what is Gemini surrendering, releasing into with this Scorpio new moon? You're surrendering, Gemini, surrendering the idea that you can fix someone else. Okay, so that's what you've been ruminating about. You're in a place where you've been releasing your attachment to having control over someone else, to being able to determine what happens with regard to someone else, to be able to determine what someone else is going to do. It's time to release them to their path while you manifest what you want. Okay? Because when you say to God, you know, thank you that you're bringing in all these wonderful things that you're bringing in for me, that I've decided that I'm in resonance with, that I want, and you release your attachment to any other person, or past or present or future, and any concept that you can have control over them or fix them and you release them to the divine, that's where all the power is going to come in for you now, Gemini. That's where all the action is going to come in for you. Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, moving to Cancer. For this Scorpio new moon, what is the guidance for Cancer? Wow, the sun, beautiful. You're the first sign to get this. So this is everything beautiful coming your way. Everything abundant, joyful coming your way now. Okay, you are in alignment for this. So let's see what else for Cancer. Thank you. Okay, so this is your reality. This is what Spirit is saying is coming to you. So it's very important for you to see that and look past what your five senses are perceiving. Look past what anyone else in your mind is telling you. And look past that veil to see the truth. Follow your divine guidance with this 7 so that you can move into this. Look, she's peeling the curtain back to see the sun, to see the light that is for you, that is there for you. Okay, Cancer, it's very important for you to look beyond. Look with your third eye, look beyond what your senses and what your physical reality would show you and tell you, okay? Okay, Cancer, lots of energy for you, these cards, and this is what you need to, what you're being guided to, surrender, release with this Scorpio new moon. Thank you. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Your body is trying to tell you things about your situation right now. You know, your body is trying to give you some clairsentience, some messages about what is happening with you. It's important to listen to that. So this is letting me know you're getting clairsentience. You're getting the guidance. What feels good to you in your body, in your being? What makes you feel good? Because that's what you're being guided toward. Not what sounds like a good idea, not what other people would say is a good idea, but what feels good to you. Really, really listening to that is going to be so important for you right now, Cancer. Thank you. So move in that direction. Thank you. Okay, this is for Leo. With the Scorpio new moon, what is your guidance for Leo? Thank you, thank you. It's about healing. Okay, so you've been through pain, Leo. This is a time for you to rest and heal, recover from that pain you've been through. That pain and healing has been important. You've been doing a lot of releasing of the past. I'm getting a lot of releasing of pain from the past. It's very important that with this releasing, you move into that allowing yourself to heal, allowing yourself the time right now, because as you move forward through this new moon, you're going to be moving into some very powerful action, co-creation. So now's the time to really integrate this healing you've been doing. Yes, let it move into your heart chakra. Let it open up your heart chakra. You have gone through so much, this 3 of Swords, you know, in your heart, this pain. And now it's time with this mental clarity of this 4th sword that's in her hand, it's time for you to allow your heart to lead you, your newly healed and newly opened, bigger capacity heart to lead you. It's very important to do that right now. And what does Leo need to release? Thank you, release and surrender right now. Surrender fear. Surrender fear. Let go of the fearful stories you're telling yourself and stay in the moment. Move in baby steps forward with that guidance, taking it slowly with this 4 of Swords, moving into your heart space. Every move you make, every moment you spend in this heart space is strengthening you, and it's moving you out of this fear. So you're now taking steps out of fear and into faith with every step you take. You're releasing the past fear and releasing that tendency to move forward in fear that you've had in the past, to, you know, let your mind, your ego make your decisions based from fear. Now you're making your decisions based from this place, which you can do because you've healed. And you've been resting and recovering, okay? Beautiful, Leo. Thank you. So use this Scorpio moon time to move more into your heart, move away from that fear. It's very important for you, okay? For Virgo, what is the guidance for this Scorpio new moon for Virgo? Thank you. Wow, same as Leo. It's time for healing. It's time for resting. Your heart has been through a lot. It's time to allow that to sink in, to change the way you are living. This is a time for change. This is a time for when you get up from this resting position, you're going to be going in a whole new direction, Virgo. So it's time to allow that to happen. Yeah, look, your soul's going to lead you now. Your soul's going to lead you home with this 4. Your soul's going to lead you. Look at these 2 4s. You're going home, Virgo. You're going home to your soul. You're being led home to your soul through this healing you've gone through. Now you can follow your soul, okay? Because you've learned what needed to be learned through the pain. You've learned what needed to be learned. Now your soul can lead you home, lead you into joy. Surrender into joy, Virgo. Allow yourself more and more joy. Keep moving further and further into joy, allowing your soul to lead you. This is your mind in the background. Your mind no longer leading the way with fear or with that past pain, fear of pain. Now you're surrendering into joy. This is where you're going when you get up from that healing 4 of Swords. You're moving into joy. Moving into joy. That's beautiful. Thank you, Virgo. And now Libra. For the Scorpio new moon, what does Libra need to know? Thank you. Wow, it's time for Libra to manifest. It's time for you to decide what it is you want. It's time for you to resonate, to vibrate with what you want to feel, what you want to experience, what you're asking the divine for. The divine is saying you name it. It's yours. The divine is saying you're in a very powerful time of co-creation with this Scorpio new moon. It's super powerful, and I can say firsthand as a Libra, I am feeling it. I am feeling these energies today a lot. So you're moving away from past pain, Libra. 8 of Cups. You're moving on. You're moving on to your new life. So it is time to walk away and keep walking. Do not backtrack. Do not backtrack. It's time to walk away and keep walking away from that pain, Libra, from that old unfulfillment, from those things that are no longer right for you. Maybe they were right at the time, but no longer, because now you and the divine are creating a whole new life for you, the life that's in resonance and alignment with your higher self, with your soul, with the divine. And Libra, Aries got this as well. It's time to surrender to setting limits. So as you're moving forward, away from the old, away from the unfulfilling, away from what did not work, you're going to be moving forward from that heart space, and it's very important that you're setting limits as you do that. Setting limits meaning not separating yourself or moving yourself away from anything, but setting limits about what's right for you. Because like I said, you're not going to backtrack, Libra. You're going to stay on course. You're not going to backtrack. You're going to stay clear on what's right for you, what's not. It's very important that every word, thought, action, and interaction and all your energy align with what you do want. So you can see that in your physical reality, in that new direction, with those new boundaries and limits that are right for you, okay? It's especially difficult or challenging for Libra, but you can do that, okay? Okay, so Scorpio, with your Scorpio new moon, what is the guidance for Scorpio? Thank you. 9 of Pentacles. Scorpio, you're coming into abundance, power. You're being supported. Everything you need. You have everything. And look at you. It's like I'm hearing, it's like, hear me roar. Gonna hear Scorpio roar, okay? You're coming into your power, Scorpio, because this moon is all about coming into your power, and it's your moon. So as you come into your power, Scorpio, make sure that you are embracing and not turning away from opportunities that the divine is giving you to exercise this power. This power is moving you into expansion. It's moving you into new things. It's moving you into a new world. It's moving you into maybe a new career, a new relationship, new ways to expand. So make sure that you're embracing that and not turning away from it. even subconsciously, even in ways you may not have realized you were doing in Scorpio. It's time for you to surrender to silence. I feel like there's a second message coming out. So it's important for you to meditate. It's important for you to allow yourself that stillness so that you can feel this power in the stillness. Feel your power in the stillness. Move into those opportunities, that expansion. In order to do that, it's going to be important to surrender to the divine. Surrender the ego of the human self that wants to be in control, Scorpio. So it's an oxymoron, or it's seemingly contradictory, because you're moving into this power and yet you're being asked to surrender your ego. But it's actually not contradictory, because this power comes from the divine. These gifts come from the divine. These opportunities come from the divine. So that's why it's important to surrender to stillness, to silence, and to really tune into where these opportunities are coming from, where they're connected to, because it's not the mind, it's not the ego, it's not you making it happen, it's you stepping into allowing it to happen, allowing yourself to be supported and receive that power, that strength from the divine, from your divine self, okay? Thank you, Scorpio. So Sagittarius for this Scorpio new moon. What is the message for Sagittarius? It is the Emperor. You're coming into your power. You're coming into control, stability, knowing what's right for you, having clarity. And you're sending out these intentions in a very active way. This clarity you've come into, you're sending it out in a very active way. This hawk is carrying away that crystal ball to do your bidding as the Emperor. And as the Emperor, you know, it's important to remain connected to the divine so that you can move into this new reality, this what you are manifesting, what's happening. Look at that. The Emperor moving into this new life, this new vitality. I'm feeling you seeing things from a fresh perspective, realizing your own power, Sagittarius, realizing how strong you are, realizing as the Emperor that you really don't need anyone. It's nice to have, you know, love and people that can reflect that love with you and to you, but you don't need anyone as the Emperor. And all you need is that inner connection, that divine connection to move into this. But I am getting this new moon as a time when you definitely are going to feel this. Okay, you're going to feel that new vitality and that emperorness. And it's important for you to release, Sagittarius, your need to be right. Okay, so that's really interesting. It's surrendering your need to always be right, being yielding, not rigid. And that's an interesting combination here, right? Because as the Emperor, it's like you've decided, okay, I'm in control. I'm in control here. And of course, it's important, again, to have the awareness that the divine is actually in control and you're the Emperor in your connection with the divine, okay? So there may be something around this that you need to work, or I'm going to say allow to happen rather than work on during this new moon time. Surrendering your need to be right, surrendering your need to win, so that you can move into this, okay? Because this is really winning, and this is harmony. This is harmony. So it's complicated for you, Sagittarius, because it's about realizing you don't need anyone, but yet being in harmony with others. Because you're coming at those situations from a totally new point of view, a totally new way of being. But it is important that to remain flexible, remain open, and always remember that it's the divine who's in control there, okay? Thank you. And Capricorn, for this Scorpio new moon, what's the guidance for Capricorn? It is the Four of Swords. So many signs have gotten this, several signs have gotten this, which is about healing, resting from the pain that you have released. You have done a lot of purging, healing, and releasing of old pain. And it's important during this time to really recover, rest from that, to allow that to happen right now so that you can move into what's next. Let's see, for Capricorn. Wow, which is a lot of opening even more into your guidance, even more into your divine knowing. So this healing, this releasing, it's been making room for a lot more to come in. You have probably felt this clearing out of so much heaviness, so much emotion, so much pain, and much of it was not even yours. It was having to do with, you know, your spiritual ancestry, those you're connected to, probably past lives. You've been doing all that. And now you've been cleared out, and your conduit is clear, your vessel is more expansive, more able to receive all of this that's coming flooding in right now. Expansion of your gifts, you're going to notice. Increase in your knowing, your divine knowing and understanding, you're going to notice right now, Capricorn. So what does Capricorn need to release? Surrender. Thank you. What does Capricorn need to release and surrender? Surrender to spirit. So look at that. Wow. So for you right now, Capricorn, it's all about surrendering to what you're being led into divinely. And, you know, none of these have to do with your mind whatsoever. I mean, this does have to, the swords have to do with your mind, but that was releasing the old pain. It's actually the mind and emotions. So it's the memory of the old pain here. So you are releasing a lot of old pain memory to what you just got done doing so that you can move into this. And I'm getting for you, Capricorn, one more for Capricorn. Thank you. And it is, wow, wow, wow. So receiving so much spirit energy so that you can move forward on this path, so that you can move, but it's going to be important to maintain balance, to really focus on that. So see, look at that surrender to spirit with this balancing, this walking forward toward the light, this trusting. It's all about surrendering to spirit and trusting right now, trusting your path. Capricorn, thank you. Okay, Aquarius, with this Scorpio new moon energy, what does Aquarius need to know? Thank you. Page of Swords, Aquarius. Page of Swords. So it says either for you to observe or you're being observed. It's a time of learning, observation. It's like you're learning secrets. This is a time of you learning things that were previously hidden. Or it could be that someone's learning things that were previously hidden about you. Let's see what else is coming out for Aquarius. Thank you. Heart chakra. Okay, this is interesting. I'm actually, for the first time, going to pull a little clarifier because I want to know more about this Page of Swords energy. Thank you. Huh. Okay, so Four of Swords, Page of Swords. Finding out secrets. Okay, so you're going to have a new one. Okay, I see now. You're going to have a new understanding now, Aquarius, of that old pain. Okay, so there's something, that old pain, that old heartbreak. There's something about that, whether you were on the, you know, feeling someone felt hurt by you or you felt hurt by someone else. Or, you know, this could just be a long, lifelong pattern of pain. But now comes a new understanding with this new moon. Comes new information about that. There's something being revealed that helps you to understand it on a deeper level, right? And then that is allowing your heart to open. I see. So it's like the more that's understood about what actually happened and why this was a recurring pattern for you or why this pain had to happen, the more your heart is able to open and the more you're able to move into your heart as it leads you forward. Wow, that's beautiful. So definitely you're gonna find out something, learn something. It's going to give you all new perspective on why you've had to go through what you've had to go through, Aquarius. And it's important for you to release, surrender, fear. So this past pain may have put you in a place of fear as you're moving forward. You know, maybe this was, I'm really getting this was a pattern of pain that was caused by, you know, whatever the ego, whatever the mind was telling you. But you now have this brand new understanding with this new information you've been given, this new perspective. I don't know if this came from a conversation or just from a, you know, a spiritual place of understanding, you know, of just your guidance leading you to a place of understanding things more in depth. But as you did, and you can see things more with your heart, now it's time for you to move even more into this place of the heart. You can release all that old, now that you understand it, now that you have the clarity, now that you can release everything and just rest, recover from that old pain, move into your heart. Surrender fear, Aquarius, surrender fear so that you can move forward in love. Just gonna pull one more for Aquarius, thank you. The thing that wants to come out, okay, let's see. Wow, I was gonna say there were two cards that want to come out, but one was that heart chakra again. So with all of this having been released and understood, now it's important for you to release control. It's important for you to move out of those old patterns of trying to control, of like we said, moving from ego, from fear, trying to control things. It's time to surrender into the heart. See where the heart leads you. Go with what feels good to your heart. You can trust that, okay? You can trust that now, okay? All right, so for Pisces, what is the message for this Scorpio new moon for Pisces? Thank you. It is the Devil card, okay. So you're feeling a lot of earthly energy, a lot of triggers, a lot of challenges. Let me just get clarification. That's the first time the Devil card has come out, and it's for Pisces, so let's see. Two of Wands, okay, so you're wanting to move in your soul direction. You're wanting to, you've really been feeling pulled, magnetized even toward something that's right for your soul. What would be fulfilling to you, okay? But you're really being pulled back by these, or it's attempt, you know, your mind, the physical world is attempting to pull you back into these old energies. But if you just stay calm, stay focused on this divine wisdom, like Eve with this apple here, and just ignore this devil energy. In this card, it's not even very threatening. He's just back there playing a panpipe. Just ignore that. Don't be seduced by that. Move forward into this soul direction. Into this, look, it's, you know, it's unknown territory. Yes. But it's where your soul wants to go. Okay? Pisces? Yeah. Yeah. So allow yourself to be nurtured by that spirit energy. Allow yourself to be led and nurtured by that, moving forward. And even allow yourself now to just be, allow this to be a time of rest as you reach up toward the light. So just even feeling in this direction I'm getting, even feeling in the direction of your soul. Right now, Pisces is not an important time for you to be acting on it, because this is a time where you're just still moving away from these energies. You're still trying to understand the difference between these energies, and you are coming into clarity. Speak your truth with this blue, but allow yourself that time to feel into your soul's direction, if that's what you need, Pisces, okay? Not a time to act right now. I'm getting for you, okay? So also, Pisces, you need to surrender to effortlessness. Yeah. Like I kept saying, it's not a time to act. So maybe you have had this sense of like, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And the divine is saying, it's really very easy. Just surrender. Surrender into being supported and nurtured. It doesn't have to be hard. That's what this is saying. It doesn't have to be hard. Don't believe that devil energy that things have to be hard. You're supported by the divine. Allow yourself to be. Stop pushing so hard. Go with the flow instead of trying to force the river. That feels powerful for Pisces. Wow. So thank you. These were amazing messages. I may do this type of reading more, and I hope you'll let me know how it resonates, and we'll connect again soon.